Hi YouTube. I know it's been a hot minute since I feel like I start every YouTube live with the same exact statement. So I'm a few minutes early. I know I said on Facebook that I would be here on at 9:45 a.m. Central Time, but I want to give people a chance to get the notifications sent out. So let me go ahead and post this in the Facebook group, and then we'll get started. For anyone that is watching right now, let me know in the comments in the chat box that you can see me and hear me, and I'll share this out. All right. How's everyone doing? All right, let me post this in my group, Facebook group. YouTube takes a few minutes to send out notifications, so all right. Oh, good. Okay, good. So there's people joining in. Awesome. Great. Someone said, first live chat, love it, love what you share. So helpful, go feminine energy. Good. Good morning, everyone. Oh, hi, Marcia. It's been a minute since I've seen you on. Welcome. I feel like this isn't exactly aligned perfectly. You're not getting to see. Okay, there we go. I think it's better now. Okay. So we have a really fun topic. Well, it sounds serious, but of course everything's fun. It is what you make of it. So this is a serious topic, but I'm going to make it fun as possible. And today we're talking about how to immediately fix difficult life situations. And this is something that I hear all day long from women messaging me on Facebook, YouTube, emailing me, and then my personal students and clients that I work with on how they have all of these difficult situations. Everyone seems to think their situation is the most extreme, it's the most difficult. And what if I told you that you don't really have any difficult situations? Some of you do. I would say 1% of the problems that people write into me are legitimate problems. Yes, I'm telling you this honestly. 1% of the people that are writing into me legitimately have a problem, a difficult situation. Everyone else is making shit up. Okay, let me just be really honest and raw with you guys. What I consider a legitimate problem is anything related to health. Even those can most likely be fixed, but anything that is serious health issue because your life is at stake or a family member's life at stake. Other than that, most of the stuff is self-created, and we're going to discuss this and how to break yourself out of that cycle. We're also going to discuss why you're doing that to yourself and why a lot of people do that. And if you have any questions or comments, anything come up, we are live right now, so leave that in the live chat. If you're watching this in the replay, I still want to hear from you. You can leave that in the comments afterwards. And before we get started, let me also let you know that I have a free masterclass for you guys. Most of you have probably already seen it, but just mentioning it if you haven't. It's called Using Intelligent Love to Create Conscious Couples. The link to get that is in the description box of this video, under the video, and you can grab that. You sign up for email, and then it gets emailed out to you with the label, with the subject line, your free gift. So definitely grab that. It's a really good one. It's an actual training class that I was preparing for my Babes Club, but I decided to give it up out for free. So go and grab that. So let's see. Let me give you an example of what I call the zoom in, zoom out view. Most of us are looking at our life overly zoomed in, right? Because when you're in a situation or in any kind of scenario, you are looking at it like super close up, like really close up. And so you are really zoomed in. So let's use the example of a child, right? So when kids are playing, if you have kids or nieces or nephews, have you seen how if they're outside and they're like really honed in on a bug? And my kids did that. All three of them did it at different stages of their life when they were little. And Alina does this now. She's 4 years old. And she will get so overly zoomed in and like fascinated with what a bug is doing. And she will spend like an hour just following this bug around. And to her, this bug's problem in life seems like the biggest turmoil at that time, because they will make up all these stories around what that bug is doing. For example, like, oh, this bug is trying to carry this leaf all the way over there. It's probably trying to bring food for its babies. And oh my God, it's so far away from where it needs to go. And look at the distance. And it's going to take this bug forever to get there. And they will create these whole stories, keep following the bug around. They'll say, oh, maybe if I just picked up the bug and made it go there sooner. It usually involves at the end of that whole scenario with them accidentally, in their good intention, trying to help the bug, end up killing the bug. And I've seen this over and over again with children doing this. Is because they think they're trying to help the bug get wherever it needs to go or get its food, and they're fascinated with it. They might start poking it, trying to get it to move faster. They might get a leaf or something and scoop the bug up and take the bug where it needs to go. And because of their zoomed in view of what's going on in the situation, they create this whole story around what the bug may be doing and how they can help the bug. And what happens? The bug is like on its merry way, doing whatever the hell the bug needs to do. And they butt in and end up usually killing the bug. So if they had just let the bug be, maybe the bug didn't think the distance was that great. Maybe the bug is just happy doing its thing and it doesn't need your help interfering in trying to get it from point A to wherever the hell the bug is going, right? So now if you imagine that the child notices the bug, zooms out, goes about its day, it's playing, it's carrying throughout its day, there's no problems with the bug. The bug is just going about its day. And so this is a ridiculous example that I thought about just from my own observations of what my children do. But this is what I see people doing all the time. So women are especially guilty of this. Because we're so zoomed in and so in tune with what's happening with our kids, what's happening with our man, with what's happening with our mother, with our sisters, with our brother, with my brother's wife, all of these things, we're constantly zoomed in onto their problems, and we're trying to make things better for them. We're trying to sympathize with them. We're trying to share their stories with other people and see if they can help them. We're butting in and giving them advice where they don't need advice. We're trying to control our children, our family members, in the hopes of, well, we're just trying to help. We're just trying to help. Stop helping other people. Stop trying to control other people. Maybe they're just on their way, even if from your vantage point or your viewpoint, it looks like there is a big old problem in their life. What if there isn't? And what if that problem, even if it exists, it's their problem to go through, right? And even in terms of your own problems, most of those problems are self-created. And let me tell you why you create those problems. There is a very good scientific reason for that. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Ooh, we're having a lot of, okay, hi, Mina. Yeah, someone said, yes, our brain takes over and we overanalyze. Kids and bug, good example. And someone said, I agree with complicated situations. Women bottle up things and take it out all at once and regret it later on. Yes, that's a really good point, actually. I was just discussing this with someone in my Babes Club Facebook group in a situation that was happening with her family member, and I might use that as my own story later on. But yes, that's a very good point. Yes, good, awesome, good. I'm glad that you guys can understand that example. So, whatever is happening in your life right now, the first thing I want you to notice is that you are overly zoomed in into your life. So now, Google Earth, I've used this as an example before. If you are looking at your house on Google Earth, right? You see your garden, you see your backyard, you see your car maybe standing there if they happen to take that picture when your car was in the driveway. Now, like zoom out now to your whole neighborhood, and then you zoom out to your city, and then you zoom out to your country, and then you zoom out to your continent, and you zoom out to like that whole region of the planet. If you really zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, you are literally sitting on a planet that's rotating somewhere in this vast, beautiful universe. Could you imagine, like, think about that for a second. Let that sink in. You are sitting on this beautiful planet. If you really zoomed out, let's say you're looking at yourself from another galaxy or something, okay? Do you really have any problems from that vantage point? Okay? From that angle, it's like, oh my God, the whole universe has conspired to create life on this one planet where you happen to be born and exist right now. From that vantage point, if an alien is looking at it, they're like, damn, there must be a party going on over there. Like, how lucky are these people that they're just existing in the middle of this gorgeous galaxy, this middle of this gorgeous universe, sitting on this beautiful planet, and they just might, oh my God, they are the luckiest people. They must be getting up in huge gratitude and appreciation for the fact that they have this life. They must be partying every single of the day. They are just so alive and so radiant. Now, if we zoomed in and looked at the kind of shit that people complain about on a daily basis, these aliens, right, or you, maybe you're looking from that man, would be like, what the hell? Huh? This doesn't make any sense. What? No, they're not happy. They're not having fun. They're complaining about the traffic. They're complaining about their boss. They're complaining about their spouse. They're complaining about their kids spilling milk or forgetting their homework or having to pick and drop this. They would be like, what? This doesn't make any sense. And so this is kind of what I hear all day long from people. All day long, just the most ridiculous things. Okay, so now, yes, I often also get emails from women saying, my child is really sick, he's in the hospital, he's been in there for a month. That is a serious issue. But even then, right, you trying to control every aspect of their treatment, every aspect of everything going on, if anything, is creating more panic around that whole situation, feeding more energy to that whole situation. Probably your child can see your turmoil and pain on your face. That's radiating back on them, creating more fear on them, right? How many of you guys are moms and have been on an airplane with a child, right? I've flown a lot all over the world with my children and at all ages, starting from a few weeks old. And I never had any issues on a plane with any of my children. And I see women panicked on a plane, having so many issues with their kids crying. And I used to wonder, how come their kids are panicked? Like, what's going on? Like, why are their kids crying? And then people would say, oh my God, your kids are so well. I didn't even know there were kids. There were 3 kids sitting over there, or there was a baby over there, or there was an infant. What? We didn't even know. And I started picking up on, and mainly because of my YouTube channel, from people writing in and seeing comments. When a mom is about to fly with a child, weeks beforehand, she will start putting that negative energy in there. Oh my God, what am I going to do? She'll start typing it everywhere. Any advice from mom flying with 3 kids, or any advice from mom flying from toddler? And then she's reading all these things, and other people are like, oh yes, don't forget this or do this, feeding all this negative energy into how horrible this experience is going to be unless she controls every little aspect of it. And then now she's in controlling mode. She's controlling every little thing that goes in that baby bag. Every scenario that can possibly go wrong has been brought into her attention, into her energy by all these other women that she asked for advice. Her husband is now panicked because she's like in overdue mode. She's totally in masculine energy, totally trying to control everything. And then this mom's on this flight thinking, oh my God, okay, I have this, I have that. Is the baby gonna cry? And then the baby feels this mom's panicked energy that she's now vibrating all through her being. Not only is everyone else nervous, her man's nervous, the baby feels like, oh my God, we're probably about to die. Like, what's happening? My mom is freaked out. There must be something going on. And the baby does what? Starts to cry, starts to get fussy, starts to panic because the person that's supposed to be their closest caregiver is giving away all these icky vibes that there is something wrong. And she's prepared with her big old baby bag with all these things, and now the things start coming off and nothing's soothing the baby. I see this all the time. Why is it that the women that don't panic, are relaxed, are calm about these things, aren't posting about them on Facebook, or asking tens of relatives that are then feeding energy to it, posting in forums about what should I do to be well prepared? Their babies don't cry. They're like fine, right? So you have to realize that by you thinking that you have to control the world, you're breaking yourself, you're hurting yourself, you're always in panic mode, you're always stressed out. And why do we do this, right? So why does the brain do this? Okay, so let me see, check in with you guys. Good, we're getting some nice feedback. Good. Also, ladies, give this video a thumbs up and share it off if you think someone would benefit from it. So I'm going to come right back. That's a beautiful name, Nilanka. She said, hi, Mina, you helped a lot to change the way I think. Thank you so much for your lovely ideas. I'm so glad. Oh, thank you so much for that compliment. Thank you. So why do we do this? And the reason that we do this with our lives is because the brain, I have talked about this in several of my programs and in the free masterclass, if you guys want to grab that, is the brain was not designed for love. It wasn't designed for comfort. We think that it was, that the brain is this full range of things going on, but in actuality, the brain's a number. Are you guys losing me? I think I'm losing connection. So I'll get started again. I'll repeat that last part. Let me know if I'm back on, because I thought it said I'm disconnected. Is everyone good? Someone just let me know in the comments. Okay, now it's okay, good. So the brain is designed to keep you safe, right? Or it's supposed to find ways to keep you safe. So for example, if something happens to you and you see that as a big fear, you take that as an emotional, like, oh my God, I'm not safe right now. The brain memorizes that event because it finds information from that event, from your emotions, and says, okay, I better save this information because in the future, if this happens again, then I know what to do. So in essence, the brain is constantly scanning your environment to look for threats. And so if you are just, going about your lovely day, it's going to constantly be looking at threats. Your boss could be looked at as a threat. Your husband could be looked at as a threat. Your children. It's constantly looking at threats and bringing up fears for you, bringing up things for you. Most of those things are imaginary. It's kind of like, think of it as your brain being a computer virus that has taken over your body, your emotions, your thoughts. And so for people who have no kind of system where they think of it this way, right? When we sleep, or let me use phone as an example. When you charge your phone, or when there's something wrong with your phone, what do we say? We say to restart the phone, to turn it off and restart it, and then it's fine usually, right? Same thing with your computer. If there's, I think this is a better example. If you have something wrong with your computer, something's stuck or frozen, people say restart your computer. If you are a person that is never rebooting your brain, meaning that you're never shutting it off, you're not meditating, you don't have a system in place that reboots your system where you can stop your thoughts for a minute or two, then your brain is always in hyperdrive trying to make you think that you have a lot of problems. It's not doing this to get you, it's doing this to keep you safe. So it thinks it's actually helping you by constantly reminding you of all the horrible things that people have done to you, all the horrible things that could possibly happen to you, all the horrible things that may happen, may not happen, keeping you basically in this place of fear is what the brain thinks it's helping you. Just like the child watching the bug in the example that I gave, the child thinks by moving the bug along, it's helping the bug, but it's really not helping the bug because the bug is fine the way the bug is, right? So this is your brain thinking that it's helping you, and it's actually destroying your life and your health. Think of this, this is an exercise that I have a lot of my clients do. And so I'm going to share this with you guys. I ask my clients, do you have any immediate problem right now? When they're on the phone with me, if I'm talking to someone face to face, if I'm even talking to a family member or a friend that's feeling anxiety, anxious, worried, I say, right now, do you have any problems? And they say, well, yeah, because my husband, I'm like, no, but your husband's not here right now. So right now, in this moment, do you have any problem? And they'll say, yes, because yesterday, my boss, I'm like, that was yesterday. Right now, without having to go to yesterday and access that memory of the problem that happened yesterday, okay? And that's a whole nother story. I'll tell you if that problem even happened yesterday, but let's just assume that there was a problem that happened yesterday. Right now, where you are sitting watching me on YouTube right now, does that problem exist without you accessing your memory? What's the answer to that? No, it doesn't exist. Right now, you have no problems. You can create problems by accessing the memory of a problem that happened previously. Or you can create the problem by thinking and imagining a problem that may happen tomorrow or later today or next week. But right now, you have no problem, no absolute problem. And this is a really good trick for people, or a question to ask yourself. If you suffer from any kind of anxiety, ask yourself, without anxiety is what? You projecting your thoughts into the future, right? And thinking, oh my God, this is going to happen. This may happen. You're panicking yourself. You're literally imagining that your body is under threat. There's something really big going on. And then you start panicking because you feel really overwhelmed, like you can't take care of it. But if you ask yourself right now, immediately in the present moment, without accessing any memory or projecting anything onto the future, do I have a problem? I don't. Wow, this feels really good. I don't have any problems. I don't have any problems. Now, some of you may actually have a problem that happened in your memory, or something may even happen tomorrow. But right now, can you relish and just sit with the possibility that right now, I don't have any problems? And that momentum, that feeling of I don't have any problems, I don't have any problems, I can relax. I don't have any problems, I can relax. Brain, you're off for the day. You can relax. I got this under control. There's no problem. If you carry this with yourself moment by moment, it creates this lightheartedness. It creates this playfulness that naturally occurs, because if you don't have any problems, you can go and play. You can be light. You can be playful. The second part of that question is, what would feel, since I don't have any problems right now, oh my God, what should I do with myself? what can I do that would feel really amazing right now? What would I do? So I asked myself this question earlier and I said, you know what would feel really good? Going on live on YouTube. So without overthinking it, I went and I announced it on my Facebook group, and here I am talking to you. After I'm done with this, I might say, what else will feel good? I don't have any problems, so I might as well go and do something fun, and then I might decide that I'm going to go listen to a podcast or go drink coffee or go see if my friend's available and go out with her or play with Alina, or anything's possible because right now I don't have any problems. But most of you won't do this. I know, because I work with people all the time where they are so hell-bent on accessing their problem, and the way that they tell their problems, like it's especially with the relatives, they'll tell me the problems and I'll say, wow, that sounds really difficult, so you have to deal with this person every day. They're like, no, they live in a different state. Huh? Wait, the way you just described it, I literally thought you were being chased by a lion. They live in a different state. So that means if you didn't answer your phone, check your email, check your text messages, go on Facebook, right? And didn't access your memory of what that person has done to you in the past, you do not have them here to create any problems. That means right now, you don't have any problems. And they will say, but Mina, last month when I went to go visit them, okay, but right now, do you have any problems? Do you have any problems right now? But right now, do you have any problem? No, right? But what if they call me? Right now, do you have any problem? Are they calling you right now? No. Okay, then right now, you don't have any problem. It's almost like their brain will just not allow them to be in the present. So all this talk about be in the present, be in the present, be in the present, we hear this so much now that we're kind of tuned it out. But that's what it means, because when you're in the present moment, you don't have any problems. Nothing is happening. You literally have to access some sort of a memory, some kind of a panic situation that the brain has created. It thinks it's trying to help you, but it's not. It's not. It's trying to panic you. It's trying to create a lot of fear. It's not trying to help you. So what you say, nice brain, take a break. You're off for the day. Everything's good. I got this under control. I don't have any problems right now. I love you so much for always looking out for me, but right now I'm good. Everything's good. Good. I'm getting a lot of confirmation. Good. I want you guys to use this. I love this example. Someone said, have to start practicing it. Yes. It's like you're starting to rewire your brain, because your brain has probably been living in this panic mode because you're always thinking about all these problems that you have, except you don't really have most of those problems. They don't exist. Even for the people, Poonam said, wow, never thought about it this way. You don't have any problem unless you access your memory. Yes, right? And we're addicted to our problems. We're addicted to accessing the memory of problems. Okay? Even if, let's say, the one example that I gave was an actual problem where, let's say, your life is at stake because you have a serious illness. Okay? Let me tell you something. Your constant panic, your constant fear, living in stress mode, is probably that gave the fuel to that fire of that disease. And now I know I get comments from people every single day on my rheumatoid arthritis video saying, that's not true. You can't have a cure for this. It's like, shut up. The world has so moved past this. Like, if you're literally sitting there, no, I heard that there is no cure for this. It's like them literally saying, don't you dare take this disease that I have been hanging on to for so long and tell me that there's a possibility of a cure. Don't you dare try to take this disease away from me. That's what they're saying. They're not saying, there's a woman on YouTube claiming that there is a cure, and not only is there, but thousands of people have found it and cured themselves. Could I for a second open myself to that possibility? They're like, no, you liar. No, there's no cure. Like, okay, dude, you go over there and you be happy with your illness. Congratulations. You are married to that illness. You go have your life with that. But if it's like they can't even open up themselves to that possibility. They are floating around. Remember, go to that alien planet now all of a sudden, and they are in the middle of this beautiful galaxy in the universe. They're sitting on this gorgeous planet that somehow happens to rotate and do its thing with the sun, with gravity and whatever else it needs to do so that you can exist. However, there is no cure, right? That possibility can exist. However, don't you dare take my disease away from me. That there's no possibility for. It doesn't make any sense. You see? It doesn't make any sense, right? If that possibility is there, that life was magically created for you, and you happen to be sitting here watching this video, right? Then everything else is a possibility as well, right? Open up your world. Stop living in this little box of no, I can't, I won't, my this, my that, I have this problem, my life sucks, and oh my God, now this happens. No, just moment to moment. I'm not even telling you to cure all your problems. Just moment to moment, come back over here and say, right now, in this moment, do I have any problems without accessing my memory or going into the future? Without time traveling in either direction, do I have any problems? The answer to that is no. Unless literally you're like, no, Mina, I do, because as I'm watching this video, I'm also being chased by a lion. Then fine, I'll give you that. You have a big problem. Go and get away from that lion. After that, though, without accessing the memory of being chased by that lion, do you have any problems now? No. So someone said, I am questioning myself if accessing my memory is actually my intuition trying to protect me. Intuition does not reside in the brain. And this is a really big misconception or I guess play of words that people have problem with. Insecurity versus intuition. Most people, if you're living in the westernized society, if you're a woman that's very, very much in your masculine, you don't know what intuition is. You have no idea what intuition is. What you think intuition is actually insecurity. So let me give you an example of that. If your intuition sounds like, oh my God, I'm getting a really strong feeling that I shouldn't go over there because that guy is over there and yesterday he said that to me, so today he might do this, and oh my God, my intuition. That rationale, if you're having to explain your intuition with any sort of an accessing of a memory, of a this could happen or that happened, that is an insecurity, babe. It is not intuition. Intuition comes from quietness, from calmness. It does not come from here. It comes from your inner being. So it's not said in words. It doesn't have a story behind it. It doesn't have, oh, that time I had my intuition flare up because, if there's a because, if there's a and, if there's a therefore, if there's a story, it's not intuition. It's your brain. It's like you're asking the computer virus to fix the computer virus. And the brain goes, oh yeah, you want me to take care of this? Oh, I got this. Sure, you relax. I got this. And then it does its thing again. Okay, so it's not gonna go away. Intuition is present for people, men and women, who are really heart-centered. They spend time in meditation every day. They can, and this doesn't mean even sitting in meditation. They may be doing, there's walking meditations, there's talking meditation. They're in the state of meditation where they're really in sync with their spirit self, with their inner being. That the speak of the inner being is intuition. That's what intuition is. It's not. It doesn't come from here. So if there's a thought involved with it, it's not intuition. It's insecurity. Okay. So I'm glad that you brought that up because I see that a lot of people mistake that. Someone said, I totally agree. It just takes awareness and practice. Yes, and not even a lot. You can stay, if you do this consistently for a week, even if you make mistakes in the beginning and you catch yourself, that's awareness. If you say, Mina, you just accessed your memory and you thought there was a problem. There isn't. That's awareness. Now that's consciousness. Now you're in the present. A week is all it takes of catching yourself and bringing yourself back. So Bharati said, Mina, you're awesome. Just join and we'll view the complete video again, but topic is still relatable. I'm so glad. Thank you, Mary. She said, you're so awesome. And so are you. Thank you. Archana said, you're funny and cute. Thank you. Thank you. Ariza said, I love your energy this morning. Your inner beauty is radiating. Thank you so much. Thank you. Makes sense. Thank you. Okay, so I'm glad. So the person that had written about the insecurity versus, yes, okay, good. Because there's a big difference. Most people these days are walking around with a ton of insecurities, claiming their intuition is helping guide them, yet they are so disconnected with their intuition. So disconnected. Have to share this knowledge. Yes, definitely share it with people. So I will, that is my message for today. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Also, before you go, I have a live event happening in Houston. I know many of you guys have been asking about this. Right now, I just sent an invitation to the members of my programs, but I'm gonna, after they get a chance to book, then whatever spots are left, I will open them up. If you're really wanting to know, it's going to be in Houston, Texas in January. It's a full 2-day event. I'm so excited that I get to share in this energy with you guys. We're going to be doing, this is just one exercise that I'm showing. We're going to be doing so many amazing exercises, voice training, walking training, meditations, rituals. We're going to be dancing together. We're going to go have lunch together, breakfast. It's going to be so much fun. If you are really curious, message me, email me, and I'll send you the link. For those of you guys that have bought any programs from me, I sent out that email already. Check your spam folder, check your email, and let me know if you guys can join. I'm so excited. So that's this whole video, Asha. I know you asked about mind chatter. So you know about meditation. That's the #1 way to stop the mind chatter. But this technique that I just shared in this video, even if you don't meditate, if you keep bringing yourself by asking these 2 questions, bringing yourself back to the now, that's it. Your brain cannot be chattering when you're like, oh, I don't have any problems right now. Brain, you can take a day off. I'm going to go do something fun right now. That's it. All right. So yes, grab the free masterclass in the description box, and let me know if you guys are available this weekend or this January 2019. Set the year right by coming and visiting me in Houston and spending the weekend with me. And I'm so excited. Finally, we get to meet in public, or in person. I mean, it's gonna be fantastic. I'm just so excited about it. I've got a lot of fun activities planned and things for us to do together. And yep, so that's it, guys. I will catch you later.